everybody, I do not know what I'm doing on this thing. I just got it going. So y'all bear with me. I'm not too smart, but I can pick up heavy stuff. I see everybody on there, and I'm glad y'all are here. Running through some technical difficulties. We've got the two people backstage that are in the green room. They're ready to talk about all the things that's going on. But let me make this clear right here. We're not here for a fight. We're here to teach people about gardening tips, to have a good time, and we're not here. I talked to John and Mark last night on the phone, and they were as nice to each other as can be. So these guys are just going to be nice, and this is going to be just a love fest. And this is awesome to let everybody know that there's no hard feelings, and that ShedWars is on. We're growing stuff. We're teaching people how to grow. And thank y'all for all coming here. I done said hey to everybody on here, but we weren't live. And I pulled Mark and John up, and they said, hey, man, you ain't live. You got to hit that button in the corner. That's how much I don't know about this. So y'all bear with me. I'm like I say, I ain't too bright, but I can pick up heavy stuff, so I do have usefulness. But and hello, Fireball Fred. Dude, I'm here for a minute. Thank you, Fireball Fred. Good to see you. Here comes the Arkansas Woodcutter, and here comes Willie Go. Good to see you guys. How are y'all doing? Can I hear both of you?
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you. Everybody can hear one another. How are y'all doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I'm trying to keep my calories down so I don't eat like Twinkies or drink milk, so.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know that you're speaking foreign language to me. Is that Portuguese?
What are you talking about? I'm eating some Hostess cupcakes and I'm drinking some milk, and I got a small milk.
Now hold on a minute. This is already starting off the wrong. Remember how sweet and nice y'all were to each other last night?
Oh yeah.
Remember we were on the phone, man. We were singing "Kumbaya, Kumbaya." This was wonderful last night.
Well,
so let's get along like that.
He shows up on camera eating a Twinkie or Rosie bar, whatever he's eating, and drinking milk, and he's talking, I don't know. But anyway.
I can't eat. I mean, you got a problem with me eating, John?
Well, you're already 5 foot wide,
Me or him?
The both of you.
Well, I know I'm pretty wide. I mean, I'm all right with that.
I thought we were here to discuss gardening and ShedWars. I didn't realize that we were here to talk about my eating habits.
That is correct. We are not. How are you doing, Mark?
I'm doing well, John. It's good to see you, man. How are things out on the East Coast?
They are fantastic. Very, very hot and humid and very, but nonetheless fantastic.
Yeah, I could tell. It looks like you have been taking a bath in Vaseline on a regular basis, so it must be hot.
Well, hey, let's go to a question. I just want us all to get along, John. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your boats. You've got multiple boats that you're going to go tuna fishing in and catch that big tuna for ShedWars. Can you tell us a little bit about your boats?
They're just 29 foot boats. They're not as small as some people like the Beehead, Cabin Creek Beehead talks about the boats and all that stuff. They are 29 foot boats. And yes, they can handle a tuna. And I am actually going, I believe it's Tuesday. This Tuesday, I am going to go tuna fishing. And I hope to hook up with a 1,300 pound tuna.
That'd be 13 pounds with the head. Like 1,300 pounds.
Well, you know he's going to weigh the heads, the fins, the guts. He's going to weigh everything. That's just the way he does. And like these boats, he talks about my teammate, about the Beehead. His name is not the Beehead. His name is Bobby. Okay, just so you know. Cabin Creek Beestead, and that's Bobby and his beautiful family out there putting a bunch of pounds. He even took pounds off that were on the scale and you could see them, just so the woodcutter team would not be accused of weighing things that are unedible, like fish eyes and fish tongues and oyster shells and stuff.
Oh, so what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying, I don't even think you have 5 boats. The only thing I've seen is like a boat that we would use to go puddle jumping, like we call them John boats down here. And you've got this little old bitty boat that looks like, you get a good catfish on that boat, hooked on a line, and it'll drag you all over the water. And you're talking about pulling in a 600, 800-pound tuna in a boat like that. I mean,
well, just to tell you, Mark, that boat happens to be 28 feet. Okay, 28 feet. When was the last time you were on a 28-foot boat?
And that's 6 inches, right? I'm just,
You see this? This is 3 inches. You see this? That's 1, 2, 3. That's 3 inches.
What is that? Hey.
So if I do this, Mark, look, that's 6 inches right there. See all that? That's 6 inches.
Okay.
Hey, Vincent.
Okay. Wow. This is coming from the guy that begs people not to give him middle fingers on the comments. He's like, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, but please, whatever you do.
Just for the people out there, that was not a middle finger. That's the way Portuguese tell other people that they're number one.
Oh, okay. California, they do the same thing. Yeah.
We're a family channel. And
we're adapting that in the East Coast as well, Mark. Just so you know, that's the way we say you're number one.
Homestead.
Okay.
And I'm glad we're all getting along great. And y'all were discussing with me the amount of weight that each one of you have got in, and it is astounding the weight that y'all got in. And I'm going to let y'all discuss the weights if you want to, but it's extremely a close race right now, just between the two captains of these two teams. And we don't know who else on the team has got how much. We know that Beestead got 53 pounds of honey.
Right.
And Balsam Acres has got a bunch of sap that she's got off the trees. And there's a whole lot more people that are getting a lot of stuff out there that are harvesting in on each team.
Balsam Acres.
Let's talk a little bit about the poundage that's coming in.
Balsam Acres just put a video out where she's got 330 some odd pounds, or right over 300 pounds. And she said she was done. It was too much work for her. She's not going to weigh anymore. ShedWars are getting, this is the reason when we set it up, that we set it up to go till October 31st. Because the ShedWars are not for the weak-willed. And early in the process, John, you remember this, I said, if everybody drops out and it's just you and me, we'll ride this thing till the end. And there's been a lot of people, that are beginning to see the difficulties of growing a multi-season garden and keeping up with it all. But she's got 300 pounds on the scale. And that's true weight. She's not weighing, she's not putting rocks in her buckets or anything like that to add weight.
What is that supposed to mean? Now you tell me, what are you trying to implicate here? Putting rocks in a bucket.
I'm just saying that she's not putting rocks in her bucket. That's all I'm saying.
You keep going back to that reference of me measuring fish heads and all that stuff. I use those fish heads and all that stuff to make fertilizer, so that should count. Instead of like you got Davy there, the chipmunk, he's weighing water. What do you think about that?
I think if we're weighing water, that's good, because I've been catching rainwater too. I've got 250 gallons of rainwater I can weigh if you want to weigh water. But I don't trust what you're going to tell me, because in the very beginning, you told me you weren't going to count this fish. You were like, I'm not even going to count this. And then the next thing I know, you got this whiteboard and you're putting a permanent Sharpie marker on it talking about, I am going to count that. I mean, so obviously you can't be trusted.
I can't
You see that one on there?
Oh, Miss Tiffany.
Miss Tiffany
What?
says, Arkansas Woodcutter, you must not know that Portuguese or Asian people, fish eyes are absolutely edible. In fact, what you consider inedible is what makes the richest broths. Now,
Oh,
that's a
well,
good point.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that Portugal was in Asia. I thought Portugal was off, over off the coast of Africa somewhere.
no, Portugal's in Europe. It's right next to Spain.
Well, Tiffany said it's in Asia.
Well, Tiffany must be confused.
Yeah.
No, I don't
What
think
is
she said it was in Asia. She said many Portuguese or Asian people. So she's saying Portuguese and Asian, not
Oh, and Asian. Yes,
yeah.
oh,
we use the whole fish to make fish stews, everything. So don't think, no, I can't count this, I can't count that. At the end of it all, Mark, when I beat you and your team, I am going to subtract 10 pounds just for the sake of it.
we've been subtracting all along, and we're still beating you, even though we're not weighing everything. We're not weighing the stuff that we're culling. All that stuff that you guys are doing. We're already not doing that, and we're still ahead of you. So, you know, take your 10 pounds off. I guess what I'm trying to say is you can cheat, and we're still going to beat you. How
Uh,
many pounds? How many pounds have you got, John? How many pounds?
so far, I'm up to 568 myself. It's not
Yeah,
all on video, but it's all documented. 568. And I haven't
yeah.
even gone tuna fishing yet.
Okay, well, I've got over 900 pounds. Okay, 900 pounds. You're not even half of what we're doing, and I'm not even at home. I've got double your production in about the same amount of space, and we I'm not there to replant the peas. I'm not there to put in my succession crops that I had planned on doing because I've got man's work to do to take care of my family.
Yeah, I understand that, Mark. And you left two wonderful women behind doing your job. That's fantastic. Your daughter now is off to college, which is fantastic. Totally. Your wife is doing a fantastic job. Matter of fact, she's done more harvesting than you have.
Do what?
What?
Do what?
Yeah, you heard me. Your wife is doing more harvesting than you have
Okay,
because you're going across the country on a little donkey. That's what you're doing.
a
But you,
donkey.
you yeah, donkey, yeah, donkey, yeah, you a donkey.
A ram
You
ain't a donkey. Just, I
no,
mean, like, I understand that there's like a language barrier because you're Portuguese and all. And there's
yeah.
also like a cultural difference because you're a Yankee and all. And
Whoa. Hold on, hold on. Now we let's don't get too bad because remember last night when it got real bad and you were threatening to drive up there to his house for a minute. I mean, I
I,
didn't tell you all the whole
I,
truth. It was
I
great for
still
most
don't
of the time,
mind
but it
getting a
got bad
load.
for a minute.
I still don't mind getting a load to Cape Cod and showing him what Southern tradition's all about. Introducing him to some Southern hospitality.
Well, Mark, let me tell you something, friend. You are welcome to Cape Cod, but there's only one way in and two ways out. Just so you know.
Well, hold on. Do y'all think y'all get along for a minute while I go get a drink? Because I mean, I'm not. I need a Coke. I need something. I'm starting to get stressed out here. So
Have you
before we
ever
go get a
have you ever
drink,
seen have you ever seen the movie with Tina Turner and Mel Gibson in it? It's an older movie. It's a post-apocalyptic movie, and they
yeah,
had an old saying:
I'm
two
not as
men
old as
in a
I'm not as old as you. I no, I haven't seen that.
Hey, you on your channel recently were talking about a tricolored beard. Do you see this? Do you see that? That's a tricolored beard right there. There's red, there's brown, and you said white hair was hard to grow, and you were going to show everybody how to do it. Look, I just trimmed this down a week ago, and it already is bigger than what you got going.
Well, I just shaved 3 days ago.
Mm,
Look,
okay.
can you see that?
Okay. Yeah, Frank, I can be nice. I don't think
Y'all,
John could be nice. I don't think John was even nice to his family growing up.
well, y'all be nice for just a second. Now I'm on. You know, I know y'all both was wanting me to moderate through this thing, but I've got to go somewhere for just a second. I got to get a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, Mark, it's just me and you. Can you be nice for a second?
What do you mean? I'm nice all the time. I got on here and you started talking about eating donuts and milk. Like, I mean, I'm glad that you recognize that I was eating donuts and milk. You don't eat milk, or you don't drink milk when you eat donuts or cupcakes?
No, I don't eat donuts because they're bad for you, and I don't drink milk because it's bad for you.
Milk is not bad for you.
Actually, milk, no, milk is good to make cheese. But donuts, I stay away from donuts. All right, Frank is,
Don't-
hey, and Frank,
I
can
like donuts.
I can tell you like donuts.
Yeah, I do. I like donuts.
I can also tell you like pink. What's with the pink?
Oh, I'm just in touch with my feminine side.
Oh, you're in touch with Boone Child because Boone Child is another woodchuck, and she also loves all this pink little stuff.
Oh no, Boone.
But you don't like pink?
I
What's wrong
love.
with pink?
There's nothing wrong with the color pink. I just I don't wear it, but there's nothing wrong with the color pink.
And why don't you wear it? You don't think it's manly? You know, John Wayne wore pink in almost every one of his movies. Is John Wayne not a man?
Once again, Mark, I keep explaining to you that's way before I was born. You were there to watch it, not me.
Okay, so yeah, right. Even Tiffany likes donuts. You don't like John. You don't know who John Wayne is. Come on, John.
I know who
See,
John Wayne was.
this is what I'm saying. John cannot be trusted. He's even telling stories. I don't want to call him a liar because you know in the South, Frank, you know in the South when you call a man a liar, what that entails, right? So I don't want
Usually
to call
means
him
you
a
need to
liar.
cut.
I don't want to call the man a liar, but I'm just going to say you can't believe anything that comes out of the man's mouth. How's that?
Well, now I would go as far as say John's a liar. I think John's a good man, and he's your friend. Y'all friends with one another, and we're all in this thing together, and we all are on the same side.
Like he was going to show us how to grow peppers. And the next thing you know, he's got a bunch of little sticks sticking out of the ground that look like Jack Frost and Frosty the Snowman had rolled around in his garden beds. I'm just saying.
Well,
And then
well, maybe. Well,
he's going to
maybe,
show us how
but
to grow these huge tomatoes. And he's got tomatoes the size of pencil erasers. And he's talking about, ooh, look how big these tomatoes are. I
well,
just,
well, maybe, Mark, if you weren't riding around a donkey cross country and you actually took time to watch my videos, you would see that my peppers rebounded pretty well, and my tomatoes are doing pretty well. So it's not my fault that you decided to take off and go. It ain't my fault.
it's not your fault, but I did see recently that you said you had a big tomato. I think you were calling them balls, and you were putting balls in your mouth or something. I don't know, but the tomato was about the size of a tennis ball, and you were talking about look how big this ball is. This is a huge ball. Um,
Yeah, because
maybe
that's
if
that's
you
what that's what us Portuguese man of ours grow. We grow big balls. The little balls that you saw there, that's what you guys grow. That's what you
Yeah,
woodchucks
well,
grow.
my cherry tomatoes were as big as your big tomato. Just
That's not a
saying.
then that's not a cherry tomato. Think
Well, I
about
mean,
it.
well,
That's not a
let me
cherry
ask y'all
tomato.
a question because this come up with Jules Gardening. He came up with this about the size of your peppers, John. Um, I mean, did that bother you when he said your pepper wasn't as big as it ought to be?
Yes, it did because now he calls me the Portuguese man of small peppers. Well, Jules, Is there something funny, Mark? Did I see something
Yeah.
funny?
I saw that video and I thought it was great when you're the Pepper, Dr. Pepper is what you claim to be, and then you got little teeny peppers.
Yeah, well, they rebounded really well. But going back to Jules' garden there,
Your Portugal hots look good. Your Portugal hot peppers look great,
yeah,
but you didn't even
and
hang
Robert
on
from Homestead
to one.
Aquarius, you should learn something from him. Your little bikini peppers, the ones that I sent you, that you can't
Yeah,
do nothing with it.
your wife's favorite pepper that you didn't even save her a plant of. You're such this ladies man, and you didn't even bother to save your wife one of her favorite pepper plants.
No,
Well,
because
now,
I sent it to
hold on,
you.
Mark. We said we wasn't going to go after wives on this because remember when he mentioned something about you having to leave the garden with your wife? That's when it started getting violent. So
Well, I'm not going to let him insult my wife. I think she's doing the best she can at home. She's got a full-time job and she's raising
you're doing
a
great.
daughter. And you saw that video today that they're getting ready to put her in college. So she's had her hands full. In addition to that, this is what my video about true Southern women and the strength of Southern women was all about. She's got all of that going on and she's still harvesting garden and learning about gardening because she didn't take care of the garden. John was right. That was something that I took care of, not because it was my job, not because it was man's work, but because it was a role that I took on for my family to provide enough food for my family. And when I left, graciously, my wife and daughter have taken that over, but she's about to be there alone doing that. So we'll see.
And she's doing a fantastic job.
well,
I
John,
gave it to her.
I have a question for you, and then we're going to start getting some questions from the people that are here. I definitely want to get some of y'all's questions. So y'all think up some questions because we're gonna go straight to y'all. But I've got one I need to know.
You're gonna
Why
ask me?
did this whole thing start? What started it? What caused it to go from everybody's all buddies till there's a problem? What made you name your shed Mark?
Well, he's not here today, but basically this whole thing started is let's explain ShedWars how it started. You see that? Where's my fingers pointing? You see that middle guy right there, Mark, the woodchuck? It all started because of his ego. And yeah, no, Mark. So it was a comment in one of my videos made by Jason Avers. And Jason Avers said that I was living in Mark's shed, which is a mess. And then when I saw Mark's shed, I was like, yeah, Mark's shed is just as messy as mine.
My
So
shed
I
isn't a
said,
mess. I can go in my shed at any
your
time
shed
and
is
pull
a
the
mess.
trail.
No, your shed is a mess, and don't try to deny it. Your shed is a mess.
Where's your trowel, John?
My trowel, Chris Dixon is still supposed to build me one, but then again, he's a woodchuck too, and he's falling behind the ball. Yeah,
Don't blame Chris Dixon. Chris Dixon built a beautiful hoe for me, a shorty hoe, and he
Yeah.
does great work. And so you're
That's
trying to
North
blame,
Forge and Prairie Life.
yeah, White North Forge and Prairie Life. Chris Dixon, he's a blacksmith, and
Yes.
he built some great hand tools for me. And if he told you he's going to build you a tool, it'll come. Don't accuse him of being a dishonorable man. He's a great guy.
No, but back to your shed. Don't throw it off. I named the shed after you. It's because your shed is a mess, just like mine. And then you had the audacity to go name me after a stupid clown in your backyard. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
I think
and
the
then
resemblance. I think the resemblance is like looking in a mirror for you. You should
Hold
be
on a
able.
minute. Are you talking about the cardboard cutout of Ronald that you got in
Ronald
your backyard?
McDonald, whatever that thing
That's
is.
what you named him after.
He
Yeah.
named me after that.
I didn't know that.
Because he's a clown. He's a clown. Look at him. He's a clown.
Well, no wonder.
Wow.
Well, no wonder he did that back. I mean, I can sort of see now. I just was I didn't understand that.
No, he did. He named his shed Mark Shed first.
Oh, he did it first.
Yeah, he started all this when he was like, "Look, I'm in Mark's shed. It's a mess. It's a complete disaster. Mark, you need to clean out your shed." And so then I said, "Oh, look, here's a picture of John. He's a clown." And
yeah, well, that's when you picked the fight, and now you can't back it up.
Did you even watch the video where I cleaned my shed out?
Yeah, I did watch the video. You clean your shed out, and after you were done cleaning it, it was still a mess.
It's because it wasn't messy before. All I did was sweep some dirt up. It's like it needs to be. Everything's in there where it needs to be. It's a shed.
Yeah, and then you invite your chickens.
It's not a commercial kitchen. I'm not frying hamburgers out of the place. It's a working shed. And a working shed. Hey, Jules Gardening cleaned out his shed. Roland North, getting it done north of 7, cleaned out his shed. Frank and Tina's Adventure, Colette Fry, Davy, Southpaw Davy, Little Farmer's Farm, what's his name? North Coast Organic. Let's see, who else? Highlands, High Plains Mini Shed. They've all shown their sheds and cleaned out their sheds.
Ecocentric Homestead as well.
Yeah. Homestead Aquarius showed us his shed. Boone has shown us her shed. Highlands Homestead has shown us her shed. And she's even rolling like goat barns and stuff out of her shed.
Well, who do y'all think? I'm going to go to Mark first because I went to John last time. Who do you think is doing a great job on Willett Grove's team? And who do you think's not doing a great job on Willett Grove's team?
On Willett Grove's team, I think they all suck.
Oh, man.
Are you sure that's your answer? Are you sure that that's your answer?
Well, I mean, I look.
Go ahead.
I'm trying.
Like the mule that you're riding on. You sure that's your answer?
Well, I'm thinking about Bees and Blooms and him pulling bananas and papayas off of stuff in his yard. That's pretty cool. Tin Can Gardener down there. That's pretty cool what he's doing. Elizabeth's Adventures. For what,
you getting it going now.
I don't want to say for being a cripple, she's doing real good. But Elizabeth's Adventures, for whatever she is in her wheelchair for, is amazing for what she's able to do. Ecocentric Homestead's doing okay. Who's doing the best out of Willett Grove's team? I don't know. There's just not a lot of produce out there. They all pretty much, when you have petroleum in a barrel, what's the lowest part in the barrel? Sludge? They're all like sludge, the bottom of the barrel.
What do you say about that, John?
Well, Mark, let me refresh your memory, okay? I know that you've been gone and you're on the road. You forgot a lot of people you said.
Hey, Lord's World.
Highland Homestead, Go-Go Mama. Go ahead. Tell me something about Go-Go Mama, Highland Homestead. Go ahead. Say something. What?
I wouldn't mess with Go-Go Mama.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess with Go-Go Mama.
You mean talk about her herbs?
Up quick.
Do you want me to talk about her herb explanations? Her latest ShedWars video where she talked about herbal explanations?
She's going to come after you, Mark. I'm telling you. I've been watching her for a long time.
Honestly, I had to beg Go-Go Mama to go on Willett Grove at the very beginning. She was like, I'm going to come over and be on Team Woodcutter. And I said, no. I said, would you please go help Willett Grow out? I said, he is so terrible. He has no ability. He does not know what he's in for. Would you please go help? Will it grow? And
I agree, man.
Ozark Pathfinders, same thing. I had to ask them, good friends of mine. And because they're good friends of mine, they came over and helped Will It Grow.
Go Mama, I certainly hope that is not true, and I don't believe this woodchuck. He's accurate. He is not being accurate. I certainly hope that is not true. And the other one too, Mark, you woodchuck.
Ooh,
Hey,
Big
Digwell
Will.
Greenfingers. Digwell Greenfingers dropping bombs in the house.
Yeah,
Big
Big
Will-
Will Green Fingers just got on you from Team Peacemaker. He just
Will
knocked
Greenfingers.
one out.
Nice to see you. What about Dr. Bull, the Bull's Garden? What about him?
Well, hey, the Bull's
Say
Garden.
something.
I can't
Yeah.
talk bad about the Bull's Garden because the Bull's Garden should have been on Team Woodcutter because he's a Southern
But let
guy.
me guess what?
If
But
you
let me
remember,
guess what? You
he
sent
stabbed
them
me
my
in the
way. Is
back
that what
in
you're saying?
the beginning, so I'm not even trying to mention the Bull's Garden.
Oh.
But he does. You're right, John. The Bull's Garden is the best looking setup and garden of anything you got on your team. You're right.
Now the Bulls got it going on, and Dr. Ricky did a great job on that shed, man. I'm telling you, and he's got Dr. Ricky helping him. You know, if he don't eat all his tomatoes, but the Bulls got a lot going on. But Go Mama, I'm telling you, man, she deals with bears up there. She's might not be big, but she's tough, son. I mean, and she deals with goats, and I'm afraid of goats, and she deals with goats every single day. So I wouldn't mess with somebody who could deal with goats every day. But
The most talent in the ShedWars. If I had to pick one gardener that's the most talented in the ShedWars, I would say that it is Terry's King allotment. Terry King over in the UK has got exceptional gardens on Team Over the Pond, Southpaw Davy and Hunter Gatherer UK. And I can't remember the other young kid's name. He changed his name once, and I didn't really get to know him that well in the beginning, but he's a James Bond lookalike with blonde hair. He's a rather
you talking
stunning
about Tom
looking.
Webster?
That's it. Tom, what's his name?
Webster.
Tom Webster, yep, a great looking young dude. And so I cracked on them a little bit, told them to grow a beard, and they got their feelings hurt. When I invited the British in, I thought this will be fun. 3,000%. She was in there for a little while. I hadn't seen anything out of her recently. But I invited him in because the Brits are known to have a great sense of humor. And Banta, as Hunter UK Gatherer says. But the Banta that's come across the pond has been either irrelevant or missing. They pedals on the paving slab when he was in. He did a little something, but he turncoated and came to the Team Woodcutter, and now he's gone. But I hadn't seen much out of Team Over the Pond or under the ocean or whatever. They just buried. They're like yesterday's compost. They're buried. I don't see how they'll even be able to compete.
I don't know, man. Davy's allotment has got a lot of stuff going on. Jacko's allotment's got a lot of stuff going on. Ashley's allotment's got a lot of stuff going on. Marky Big Smoke has just got a whole nother allotment. He's just got a new allotment.
Forget North Coast Organic.
North Coast Organic, man, strawberries not win on their own.
See, you're mentioning the people I'm trying to keep on the DL because they are doing such a good job. We talked about Marky Big Smoke. I try not to mention the obvious ones because everybody's already watching them. But Marky Big Smoke is film editing and cooking. He's got real talent, super talent. Who else did you mention? I have been driving every day. Who?
There's Jacko's allotment, Dave's allotment.
Just watch Jacko today. Jacko, get this. Jacko is a competitive grower. He grows. There's a big gardening show in Chelsea every year. And I can't remember the guy's name, but I was talking to him on Instagram. He's got entire greenhouses set up to grow carrots. And the guy that on not Instagram, but Twitter that I follow, he He and I have talked a couple of times over Twitter, and he wins the Chelsea show. Jacko not only is in Shed Wars, but Jacko was part of that. For hold on, I'll come back to Jacko. I just remembered Horty Hugh. Have you seen anything out of Horty Hugh
Horty
lately?
Hughes, man, I seen his stuff today, and Horty Hugh is just unbelievable. If you counted flowers in this, honey, Horty Hugh would win. I mean,
Hey,
he's a
he's
true
an
score.
unbelievable partner.
and Mark, you Woodchuck, I'm actually going to throw one of your teammates out there, the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. Now that man is doing something.
Yeah,
You see that?
he is.
Did you see the potato harvest today?
My God, that man is doing something. He is. It's a shame that he's on your team. He's
Hey,
going to end
wondering
up
why
losing, but
Why is it a shame? Because he
because
wants
he's
to be a winner?
no, because he's going to lose. Is what it is. Don't try to divert to he's going to be a winner. You know your team is going to lose. Plain and simple.
John, I
well,
told you we'll see you at the scales. I bet Boone has more pounds on scale than you do, brother.
Boone got a lot, man. Boone's
And
paint
she
garden is putting it out. She's doing
Boone,
good.
Boone is a wonderful woman, but I got something coming for her because she's trying to trick me. And Boone, I don't know if you're here or not, but your day is coming.
Boone is definitely here. Hey, John, I'm going to go ahead and throw you under the bus, man. I love you, but I have to for ratings because I'm kind of a reporter and reporters have to report on stuff. You kind of mentioned last night that all of that Sniping Rhino Ranch, are you wanting to say it in public that was you? That was your team that did that to their garden? Are you going to claim credit for that?
Yeah, it was my team because the man simply, he thought he can't grow anything, and Team Will It Grow? Yes, I sent the curse his way and wiped out his crops.
Well, you
And
got his wife thinking. His wife's thinking that he's not really, and he's realizing what is going on, and he's got his boys protecting the garden, and she thinks that he's just got it all in his head. But you really did that. You sent your people over there to destroy his
yes,
garden.
yes, because that's the way I do things. And and Mark, you woodchucks, so far you've been lucky. And what's with the pointing of the finger? How should I do it? Like this?
I love that,
Because
Roland.
the way I do things and Team Will It Grow is we want to grow. We don't sabotage except for Sniping Rhino Ranch. We had to go there and sabotage all of that.
We don't sabotage, but we did. Look, you can sabotage all you want. Patriot Farm, you should have sabotaged the Rooster Gardens. Is who you should have sabotaged because
What
that
do you
man is flat out growing stuff. Hey, and the hidden weapon. In case you hadn't been around the Craze Family Homestead in a little minute, you
Yeah,
need to get up there and check them out because they got it going
yeah.
on.
I got to agree with that. The Craze Family
hold
Homestead.
on a second? Hold on a second, Mark. What are you talking about sabotaging? You sabotage your own garden because you can't even cut a tree down without knocking half of your tomato harvest, your tomato plants over. What hillbilly doesn't know how to cut a tree down? Tell
John,
me.
do you even know how to cut down a tree?
Yes, I do.
I what do you use?
I use a chainsaw.
Hmm. Okay, I'm just checking. I mean, I don't know whether to believe that or not because it's just like you got 5 boats, you've got 500 pounds, you're weighing fish heads, you're putting rocks in your buckets. You don't sabotage, but
568.
then you did
568.
sabotage. You're not going to put stuff on the scale, then you did put stuff on the scale. I'm struggling to understand what to believe and what not to believe on what you say.
Now listen, Mark. Before we continue, before you speak over me, you need to ask permission. Is that understood? Am I clear on that? Don't speak over me when I am trying to speak. Go ahead.
He's letting you go. He's letting you go there, John. Go ahead. He's being quiet. He's letting you speak.
Do you see? That's the whole point.
He ain't
Is
got nothing to say though. I mean, like
I
he's
ain't got
he's
nothing to
telling me to be quiet, but then when I'm quiet and waiting to listen to what he's got to say, the man ain't got no words.
Mark, you are a fantastic man, but I'm telling you, you can really get on my nerves. You can really get on my nerves. But I do love you. So and while you keep your mouth shut, while you're keeping your mouth shut, let me touch on the subject as about
What are you
correct.
gonna you gonna talk about your
Don't
teammate
talk over me. I just gave you a
Aquarius,
warning.
Robert Homestead Aquarius? Is he ever gonna put anything on the scale?
That's between Robert. That's Robert's. That's between Robert. But let's get to an issue that we've had on ShedWars. Is the mid-season mulligan, where I decided to add
Uh-oh.
Colette Fry.
She's not allowed to be on, John. You're
I ain't
trying to
in
change
it.
the
Well, I
rules.
don't care what you say. Well, I don't care what you say because this was started between me and you, and I am telling you that Colette Fry is in Shed Wars. And if you want to add Cindy's place, by all means, go for it. Colette Fry
Cindy,
is in.
Cindy's
Cindy,
place is already in.
yeah, she's already in.
Whatever that woman, that wonderful guy that you were speaking about, that you were chewing your beard over, that I couldn't make out what you're saying. But what I am
Rachel.
telling you now, Colette Fry is in Shedwell.
You'll have to run that by the judges. That'll be up to the judges.
She thinks she's in Shed Wars.
She
She
is in Shed Wars. Colette Fry is in Shed Wars. And I
she
don't care what Mark has to say about that. She is
She
in
not in.
Shed Wars.
yeah, you got kind of mad at me, didn't you, John, when I said that I didn't think she ought to be in Shed Wars. And I said she was going to grow 4 pounds worth of food.
Yeah, 4 pounds worth of food. Yeah, you're like a chipmunk. You can stuff that in your cheeks. Exactly like I said. What's 4 pounds worth of food?
She's already grown almost 30 pounds worth of food. So she's
Okay,
done
so
good.
so she filled both of your cheeks. Okay.
Yeah, and she
My,
got on me the
my
other day.
wife, my
She
wife
seriously
felt
got
so
on me the other
bad
day for
for
eating all her
Ozark
food.
Pathfinders. My wife felt so bad for Ozark Pathfinders being on Team Will It Grow. She sent them home with like a 30-pound bag of food. And then she asked them, please don't include that in y'all's weight.
Yeah, well, Ozark Fact Finders, another great channel, wonderful people, but they're not, they're not contributing to my team. They're wonderful teammates, fantastic to watch, but you know, just not. They don't have the space.
Well, David said he didn't have the space, and that's the reason he built Spudomatic. You know, gardeners that are going to provide food for themselves, they work with the Roland. Roland getting it done north of 7 said they sent the woodchucks over to my garden. Now, Roland, see, Roland is a perfect teammate for this guy right here because Roland in his videos clearly said it was chipmunks and he had seen chipmunks, and now he's trying to blame woodchucks for his chipmunk problem.
Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a minute. I thought last night you got bent out of shape about like on you're a woodchuck.
Well, I mean, that's the word they use for it. I don't understand how they get woodchuck out of the WOODCUTTER does not spell woodchuck. I don't know
I
what they teach in Canada
Please,
and,
Big
and
Will.
in Portugal, but that is not woodchuck in any language.
Mark, I named you Woodchuck, and you are a woodchuck. And the way I spell it is the way I spell it. And everybody, see, I'm a great leader. I'm a great leader, okay? And the way I spell it is the way my teammates spells it. I might have misspelled it at the beginning, but nonetheless, that just shows you the great teammates that I have that they follow, even my misspelling, whatever. Nonetheless, you are a woodchuck. That's what you are. Yeah,
That right there. When you did that, Mark, why did you do that on your videos, John? When you were, I didn't understand that exactly. When you were doing the teeth thing,
Who, me?
yeah, when you were doing the teeth, you were making the teeth thing at Mark on your video.
Oh, I was doing that was towards Jules Gardner because he's an albino. Yeah, Jules Gardner. He comes on his video and he's like, that's what it was Jules Gardner.
I
That,
didn't understand. That's why I was
that,
wondering.
yeah, he's an albino beaver. Yeah, that's what he is. He's he's another one. He
Well,
gets on my nerves too, but he's a great farmer, great gardener. Love his channel, but he does get on my nerves too. And sometimes you, Frankie, you get on my nerves as well.
yeah, well, hey, man, I get on a lot of people's nerves. I'm pretty big. Um,
Robert asked me why I haven't taught anybody about new gardeners how to do anything. Well, that's not true, Robert. I have taught plenty. If you've followed the channel, you know that I've shown people how to do things. But I think when we're talking about teachers in ShedWars, there's one person we haven't mentioned, Wild Edibles. And
oh
Wild
man,
Edibles
good.
has taught us all kinds of things about foraging. Right now, she's going through a series of
Hey,
mushrooms
that-
that she's
Yep.
finding. And the videos are not long, they're short and sweet, but she is cataloging the natural forageable foods around her house, much like what Homestead Aquarius is doing.
oh,
She is
I am 100.
fantastic.
Homestead Aquarius. I am being impartial. I'm trying to keep everybody from not fighting here.
Yeah.
I am being 100. I'm from the South. This is how impartial I am. I'm in the South, so I can't be against Mark. My wife is in Willett Grove's team, so I can't
Yeah.
be against Willett Grove. So I
Absolutely.
have to be impartial. There is no, if I don't, I guarantee you, if I'm not nice to John, when she gets home, she'll chew me up
Yeah,
because she said John invited her to be in ShedWars.
that's right.
He
So
didn't
And
have
she
the right
is in
to invite
Shedwood.
her to Shed Wars. He didn't have the right to invite her to Shed Wars. She shouldn't be in Shed Wars.
Mark, I can invite anybody that I want. Remember, you're the one that came made a video, but it was the two of us that started this Shed Wars. And don't you tell me who I can and cannot invite, Mulligan or anything. You just drink your milk and
You need to worry about frying baking oysters on that big silver platter because
yeah.
you're spoiled and rich from up north. You're not
Oh,
like
I'm
us.
spoiled and rich. Is that what it
You're
is?
you're not like us poor folks down in the south that have to grow for a living. Right?
Oh,
We grow food for a living. We've been doing that back since before the Depression. In fact, during the Depression, my grandmother said she didn't even know there was a depression because nothing changed for her. They were still growing their food in their gardens and growing crops for their feed for their animals. So it's generational in my family. We have been generationally growing food. Now, because of my current work condition, I've tried to pass that on to my family. But this is part of the importance of Shed Wars because the tradition of learning and growing food, and Frank, you know this because you guys started gardening this year. I think Boone's figured this out. There is more to growing food. Jason Avers talked about this in his video about caloric intake. How many calories are you growing? Right? It's more than just putting a seed in the ground and getting it to come up and harvesting what comes off. First of all, you got to know what time to put the seed in the ground. That's important. You got to know what's going to come off of that plant and when it's ripe. Then you got to know how to preserve that, which if you watch Balsam Acres, bless her heart, I wish she wasn't leaving the Shed Wars, or you've watched Patriot Farm. I think as a whole, Team Woodcutter has shown the process from beginning to end in how to plant, grow, preserve, and we're also winning in poundage. And Roland and John may say, well, you hadn't shown anything about fishing. Well, my question is, are you watching Carl's Off the Grid? Because Carl's Off the Grid pulled some fish out the other day that made y'all stuff look like sardines.
Hey, Mark, let me ask you a question. Just for 1 minute, don't you have another Debbie's cake there you can stuff in your mouth and shut up for a minute? Frank, is there any other question?
Do I have any other questions? Yes, I do. I have a question for.
He's putting on pounds. You see, he's putting on pounds. Thank God we don't have to weigh the man for ShedWars.
Well, I've got a question for Mark, and a few of them on here thought I was being mean to John. So I do have a mean question for Mark that I've had stored up because I'm inquiring minds want to know. Mark, you left your garden. You drove off and left it, man. What's up with that?
I had to, and it's hard. I would love to be there. I would love to be there. And in fact, I went home. I was home overnight, a Friday night and a Saturday morning, and I was so discouraged by what I saw that I didn't even go out into the garden and shoot any video. I didn't want anybody to see what terrible shape my garden was in. Whose garden was I looking at today? It was today, in fact. It was an older video, somebody in the ShedWars, and they were walking through their gardens, and it was in now, I don't think it was Essie and Family Farms. I watched him today, but he was showing some planter boxes that he's built and some peppers that he was struggling with that weren't producing, and then some other pepper. Anyway, I was watching one of our channels, and they were showing their garden and talking about how disappointing it was that it was in the shape that it's currently in. And I thought their gardens looked really good compared to the shape that mine's in right now. But the garden that I started and planted, it's still producing. You see the video that my wife put out this morning. She pulled 14 pounds out of that raggedy garden this morning. And that's with her having a lot out. Zero experience. So it was laid with a good foundation. But when I came out on the road, it went to the weeds. And I can't help that. I can't be at home and do what I'm doing now at the same time. It's just impossible.
And that's understandable. You got to feed your family. I mean, I've been telling people that on my channel over and over again. I got to feed my family.
Okay, Mark. So let me ask you a question. So now that the fall is coming up, who is going to be there to clear up all that mess and plant the fall garden? Is it going to be you?
Hey, after five.
I was actually thinking about that today because right now we all know for the southern garden, and probably you too, John, is the time to be starting your fall seedlings. You should have already started them. I should have started mine in mid-July, late July. And I'm about 2 weeks behind. Now is actually the time to start getting those things for us in zone 7, 8, right? It's time to start getting those in the ground so that they get established roots before these fall rains. And Robert and I were talking about this. Is we're deep on the other side of the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year. The fall equinox, which is where there is equal day and equal night, that's quickly approaching. And on the other side of that fall equinox, plants don't grow very much. There's just not enough sunlight. So if you're going to put in any kind of fall garden, now is the time. If you watch John was talking about onions, and where he lives, he'll be able to use cold frames and keep greens. If you're watching the English gardeners, you can see them transitioning out of those summer gardens. Dave's Allotment, Little Farmer's Farm, excuse me, those guys are transitioning right now, getting those summer crops out and putting in their greens, their winter greens. For us in the South, because of our spring does not stay consistent, it gets too hot too quick. We can't grow a lot of good broccoli and cabbage, although Bull will make a liar out of me that when you look at Bull's garden, the cabbages that he grew this spring were incredible. But for me, I like to grow those cold crops in the fall and carry them over through the winter. Things like beets, turnips, cabbages, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, onions, garlic should be planted August, late August, early September. Excuse me. Those
That's
kind
too
of things,
early.
turnips,
Garlic,
greens.
way too early. When do you plant your garlic?
What's that?
You plant your garlic in August?
No, September. Late August, early September. Is that too
Oh,
early for you? When do you
that's
plant
what
yours?
I plant mine is late October.
Okay.
Late October. Yeah. Wow, you do yours way early. But if it works for you, it works for you. But for me,
Well, that's probably why I'm pulling out, the poundage I am and you're pulling out the poundage you are. Just saying.
I don't know. I'll tell you what John's doing. Like what he was saying about weighing the fish heads. He's using the fish heads. He's putting the fish heads in feeding his plants with the fish heads. And
yes, I am.
let me tell you, that's the whole Thanksgiving story right there. And
Okay,
you said,
I'm going to flip the switch, okay? Because honestly, I have a lot of respect for this guy right here and his growing ability. We put on a show because it's
yeah,
fun.
that's
But
right.
if I've got a question about how to grow something, this is one of the first guys I'm going to come to and ask. When I was struggling with that, what do you call that pepper? Picanha pepper?
Peking.
Yeah. When
Peking.
I was when I was struggling with that pepper, John hit me up and he's like, "Man, that pepper looks terrible." I didn't say that blah blah blah. I said, "John, what do I need to do?" You know, and he gave me a direction. You ought to see that pepper now. It's beautiful because I followed this guy's advice right here, and I did what he told me to do. And within a week, you told me, you said, "Come back and check on it in a week and see what it looks like." Hey, in a week, that pepper plant was beautiful, just like he said it was going to be. Right? This man right here knows what he's talking about when it
Yeah.
comes to gardening, and he's a good
Well,
resource.
well, thank you. I can't believe you're being so nice to me. Well, thank you. I
Look,
appreciate that.
You started this when you busted on my shed and started this shed war. That don't mean I don't respect you, but I ain't going to take your insults, you dang Portuguese Yankee.
Well,
Let me tell you something, you Arkansas hillbilly. Okay,
Arkansas.
Arkansas, yeah, Arkansas. It's spelled Arkansas. Uh, the- Wherever you guys are from, Arkansas, and you're from Georgia, right, Frank?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're all the same. You're all equal. You're all you know,
Yeah.
I respect you as well, Mark. You do a fantastic job. You're a great provider. You're a great man. But when you do get on my nerves is when I can't stand it. Is when you put that phone to your face and you say, John, man, that gets me. That gets me going.
When I do what?
Yeah, when you put that cell phone to your face to make a video and you put it in the, John, let me tell you something. That aggravates me like,
What, like this? You don't like, John, John, let me tell you, you don't like it when I do this? Huh? This bothers you, John?
you're not allowed to
Let me
do
tell
that
you
because
something, John. I'll put my face in the camera anytime I want, John, and you won't have anything to do about it, okay?
I'm the one that points the finger. Like, watch the ShedWars video today. I'm the only one that points the finger. I'm the only one.
You got that copyrighted, don't you?
Yes, I do. As well as Mark Shed. Mark Shed, where he goes and says, "Oh, I'm sitting in Mark's shed." See, he's trying to steal my uh, 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 content. That's my content. O- Okay, Mark? You don't get to use the
All right.
name Mark Shed.
Speaking of John cried and whined about somebody stealing his air layering video and somebody stealing his onion video, right?
Yeah?
John, have you seen how many views my air layering videos got?
Yes, I have.
I'm just saying.
You did a fantastic job. I'm just waiting for the update. That's what I'm waiting for.
Waiting for the what?
The update.
Now I have to say this. I'm gonna go ahead and give credit where credit's due. The absolute funniest moment on Shed Wars this year, hands down to me, even though there was a bunch of good skits and stuff, I was drinking a cup of coffee while I was watching John with that chicken, trying to make his plant grow, and I spit coffee all over the room. That was absolutely hilarious. I got to give you that, John. That was good.
Well, that's what ShedWars is all about. It's like, some people, participants in ShedWars, they don't understand that it's not just about teaching. There are the certain teachers in ShedWars. There are the teachers, and there are the ones that are willing to learn that are a part of ShedWars. But it's about fun. It's okay for me to tell. Should I point that way? Yeah, that way. That woodchuck right there. It's okay for me to tell him to go, whatever. And it's okay for me to say, even though you're the host, Frank, to me you're just Frankie Chubbs. It's fun, and I think more people will have more fun if they're willing to participate in some of the smack talking, where
Yeah.
it's not just me, it's not just myself doing the smack talking. So let's review who the smack talkers are. You got myself, you got Mark. Well, Frank, do you have something to say? Please tell me you did not just attempt to interrupt me.
I did. I'm good like that. That's a talent that I have. I'm sorry, John.
Go
You go
ahead.
ahead and speak. I didn't mean to.
Are you sure?
I've been bad and I know it and I apologize. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So let's run a list down through, and Mark, you can jump in at any time if I forget who I'm talking about. Let's talk about the trash talkers. Forget about me. Of course, we have the woodchuck right here. He talks a lot of stuff. He eats half of his beard, even though he controls it now. The Tin Man Gardener. The Tin Can Gardener down the Florida. Um, Gogo Mama, Homestead, Highland Homestead. She does a great.
Is she trying to trash talk? Is that what that is?
She's doing her best. She's making an attempt, and she does a fantastic job. Then you've got the bubble, the bee head. Uh, what's his name there?
Cabin Creek Beasthead.
Yeah, Cabin Creek Beasthead. He does a fantastic job. Then you got the Sniping Rhino Ranch. They do a fantastic job. Then you got Roland, getting it done north of 7. He puts out some really entertaining videos. You got Elizabeth's Way. She puts out great videos. She doesn't do much smack talking, but she does. Um, who am I forgetting? There's more.
Jason Avers.
Jason Avers. I ain't seen Jason Avers in weeks.
Sustainably Yours Homestead.
Yes.
Sustainably Yours Homestead and Homestead Aquarius had a great Minecraft battle going on there for a little while.
That's some of the videos that's been on Shed Wars.
Speaking of somebody I hadn't seen in around Michael's barn. Have you seen around Michael's barn in a while?
Around Michael's barn, I went to his channel about 3 days ago, and I gave him a little kick in the butt, like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know he was a part of Shed Wars, and that's the thing that I was saying is that they using the hashtag named Shed Wars, and I don't even know, we don't even know, because they're
Vanilla Gorilla and Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla, he's been talking smack to you, but were you scared of him because he's a gorilla or what?
Oh,
I got to answer somebody here real quick.
I haven't seen him talk. If he would ever dare to speak smack to me, I haven't seen it.
Carl's off the
You know,
grid was talking about you guys, and have you even been to Carl's off the grid and talked to him?
Probably not. That's why I don't know about it.
Homesteading, Northern Michigan. Have you been by to see Homesteading, Northern Michigan?
I have been by there, yes.
I got a timeout for just a second. I want both of y'all. We're going to start taking the people's questions. First off, we got a question right here from Miss Dana at Bitty Boo's Homestead. If y'all don't know Bitty Boo, you need to know Bitty Boo. She's got a great channel. Go look her up and go there. And I'll try to put a link in there in a minute to go to her. But Mark, will you answer her question? What is a shed ward? Anybody that's here got questions, go ahead and start asking.
Betty Boo, Shed War is a collaboration that John and I started to have a little fun picking at each other while we were having a competition to grow food. And so we offered an open invitation to the YouTube world. Anybody that wanted to participate could pick a team, either Team Over the Pond, Team Will It Grow, or Team Woodcutter, and join up in an effort to teach the world how to be more self-sustaining, how to grow more food, and to see who could grow the most food. And we use this picking at each other's humor to kind of make it fun, like wrestling. Don't you remember WWE? Like, they would get after each other and talk trash, but then backstage they may have a beer together, you know? So that's sort of what this is. It's a way for us to teach, have a little fun, and make gardening entertaining.
And I'm here to tell you, I've talked to these guys off stage. They are good friends with one another, but they fight more off stage than they do on stage. I do say that.
Actually,
Go
you're
ahead, John.
right.
You had,
We did argue last night more on the phone than we did on here.
yeah, 100%. Y'all weren't looking at each other. I think
That's because he's a chicken. That's why.
Oh, I'm a chicken, huh? At least I'm not a 5 foot wide chicken.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Well, that goes to you too, Frank. So, like I told you, I'm not going to go easy on you. Just because you're the host of Shed Wars in your channel or The Adventures of Frank and Tina, I am not going to go easy on you. Anytime you step out of line, and this goes, and now that I'm on here, this goes for anybody. You step out of line, I will put you in your place. Okay? I'm not
You already
6'4". I'm not 6'4". I'm not 5 foot wide like the woodchuck and Frankie Chugs, but I can handle myself. I can grow my own food. I can save my own seeds. I can teach you how to do all of that. Okay? So don't think for a second that any of you involved in Shed Wars that you're going to intimidate me, because I will come right back at you. How do you like that, Woodchuck?
Hey, you go ahead and respond, Mark. Well,
I don't know what there is to respond to. I mean, he's going to put somebody in their place. I mean, you got to have when you're sitting at the kiddie table and you're fixing to tell the adults what their place is. Last time I was checking, when the kids spoke up and tried to put the adults in their place, it didn't end well for them. John, you might want to go back and sit back at the kiddie table and shut up before one of these adults teach you what your place is.
Well, there you go, Mark. That's the same thing you said. Maybe you're going to get a load to come on to Cape Cod. Well, I already told you that there's only one way into Cape Cod and 2 ways out. Remember that?
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I mean, what do you want me to say? Oh, John, please don't threaten me like that. I'm scared.
You are welcome to Cape Cod anytime. My doors are
open. I'm coming. You get ready, and you better have that daggum silver tray fired up. So we're gonna have some oysters and some old Milwaukees when I get there. And all this yeah is gonna be about something else. It ain't gonna be about no one way in, two ways out, is going to be like, how you been, brother? And let's crack me a cold and let's have some good times.
That's right. You are welcome anytime. Frankie Chubbs, you are welcome in my home at any time. You guys want to
If
travel
you
up to
got a
Cape
lot
Cod?
of food, if you got a lot of food and you're willing to put on your best clothes, I'll come up there and see you.
I actually grow a lot more food than Colette Fry does. So,
He
you don't
can't
have
even
to
stay
spoil
off
it.
his own teammates. He's already even busting on his own teammates, Frank.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Colette. Yeah. No, no. The amount of food that I grow, you will actually be able, you can't keep it in your cheeks like a chipmunk. You'll have to swallow it. And you know what I'm saying?
Well, how about you? You go ahead and ask. There's Bitty Boo's link right there for anybody to go sub her channel. She got a great channel. She just got a new cow, and she's probably one of the better gardeners, homesteaders that there are. She should be in Shed Wars next year. Dana, get in Shed Wars. But anyway, if you will, go ahead and answer her on how she thought we were about building sheds. So, John, if you will, tell her how we got to be called Shed Wars and why we're called Shed Wars. And try not to start that fight about Mark Shed again, because I don't want to make Mark mad and get this all fired up again.
Well, well, Frankie Chubbs, how else can I explain it? Is that Biddy Boo's? Biddy Boo? Who's asking the question?
That's Dana,
Who?
Bitty Boo.
Biddy Boo, okay. Shed Wars. How can I not get into it? Is basically uh, Mark Shed. See, I didn't start this. Mark, you see, Mark,
He
this guy right
started
here,
it.
this guy right here, he's from Arkansas, and he's a hillbilly, and he didn't like the fact that I called my shed his shed. Mark, I named my shed, which is a stinking mess. It is a stinking mess. And I named it Mark Shed because of him. And he took offense to that, and he came at me saying, "Oh, I'll challenge you to." He even said, "You're Yankee and all this stuff. I'll challenge you to grow the most food and all that stuff." And that
Hey,
is
Kevin Creek.
how it started.
Now there's your B heads on here. He's on here. There.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bobby,
Cabin Creek Beaststead, he was talking trash about you earlier. Said that
Yeah,
you were
he's
some
here
kind of
now.
moron or something. I don't know. You know how he is. He always digging a hole.
I,
Cabin
I,
Creek,
I,
yeah, B-head, yeah.
I'll tell you what. Has anybody else got another question for everybody? Anybody else got a question?
Boone Child, I feel bad for Boone Child today.
So, well, hey, XQ Media asked, is there a prize for Shed Wars?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Go
Yes.
ahead, Mark. Address
Yes,
that.
There
Mark,
is
you
an
address
heir.
that.
Do I?
Go ahead,
Mark,
address that.
you
Tell them what the
address
prize
that.
is.
I can't hear you. John keeps talking over you. I can't hear you.
Tell them what the prize is. Tell them about the
Oh,
seeds, the heirloom seeds, and
there's an heirloom seed packet on the line. There is a large heirloom seed packet, and so y'all better hope that we win because as untrustworthy as John has been proven to be, if for some reason, some fluke, that John and Will It Grow wins, you know he's not going to send those seeds and distribute them out amongst his team. He'll probably lie and say, I never sent them. So I'll have to make a video showing me carry them to the post office or something just to prove that if for some reason they do manage to win, which that's impossible, but stranger things have happened. He might go down to Hollywood and get the Jaws prop and say that he caught this in the ocean or something, and he's going to weigh it. But if whoever the winning team is, there is a Baker Creek heirloom seed collection at risk, and it's like 1,400 packets of heirloom seeds. It's a huge seed collection, and so that seed collection will be distributed amongst the teammates of the winning team.
Now, stuff a cupcake in your mouth. Eat a
That's a good one,
Wendy's,
right?
eat a cupcake or something, and let me answer the question. Okay, I am from the north, very sophisticated. There is a price. Whatever that man just said right there, I'm going to
Yes,
do it. I'm going to
Spitfire,
do it.
yeah, Spitfire Red. Yes, my wife did bring in a nice harvest today.
Hey, right there, Mark, stuff a cupcake in your mouth. Let me explain the prize giveaway since
I'm sorry.
he
Sorry.
can't explain it. Okay, ready? Yes, the prize
Are
giveaway.
you going to talk about? Are you going to talk about what's that other seed company that?
So, yeah, well, you don't think that's important? Yeah, horse
I,
tools.
oh, Hoss Tools. Yeah.
Oh, oh. So, do you want me to do it or do you want to start over? So, I'll do it.
Yeah. Go ahead and do
Okay,
it, John.
I'll do it. Okay. Everything that Woodchuck just said about the heirloom from Baker Creek, uh, all the seed packages are going to be delivered. But also, on top of Baker Creek, there's also Horse Tools is also sponsoring this event where Horse Tools will deliver a massive heirloom package to the winner, the team captain, whoever wins, which they'll deliver it to me, and then I will equally spread it out to all of the Will It Grow team members.
Good to
Now we
see you,
have,
Dan.
huh?
I didn't mean to
Uh,
interrupt you, but Dan come up. I had to say, hey.
Oh,
yeah. Tony's here. Our cabin in the woods, and also Dan from Dan's Permaculture and Food Forest is here as well.
Yeah, Tony's been here since the beginning, but he's got a question for you right here. Go ahead, John. You answer that one first, and then Mark will answer it. How many pounds of tomatoes do you pick every day? Let me tell you, Tony picks a lot. He's
Well,
got
that answer for me is easy. Right now, zero. I don't pick any. But I think at the height of production, we were getting 10 to 20 pounds of tomatoes a day from our plants. But that was a lot of plants. It wasn't near what Tony's got going.
yeah. Tony
uh,
Tony gets a lot.
for me right now, like first week of August, right now the tomato plants are going. I like yesterday. I picked 5 pounds of tomatoes out of 4 plants, and there are so many tomatoes that I don't even know what to do with it. Like I can't find jars. Like I'm gonna start canning and all that stuff. I can barely find jars anywhere. I go to all these Walmarts all over the place, and I can't find jars. So
Yeah,
I'm picking and I'm giving the tomatoes away. And that's one of the things I'm not even weighing those because I don't want to make just a special little video. Well, I'm going to weigh 5 pounds of tomatoes when my neighbor here just take these tomatoes, take them, take them, take them, take them. But at the end of it all, it's just I'm doing about I could go out there right now and I can pick 5 pounds of tomatoes easily.
well, there you go. Um, Highland Homesteads, we're having our tomatoes just coming on. Yeah, we're having trouble, Highland Homestead, finding jars down here too. She said no lids. I went the other day. I had to call all around to try to find Tina some mason jars, and I finally found some at Ingles, and I had to tell her
Tractor
like,
Supply,
yeah, she put them
Tractor,
behind the counter and held them for us.
yeah, Tractor Supply has them. Dollar General has them. Um, most of your discount stores have them. In addition to Walmart, your grocery stores will have them as well. They're around. You just have to dig for them a little bit. But it's kind of late
Yeah,
in the season to be thinking about jars. You really you think about jars when we started buying our jars is when we started putting our plants in the ground. We started buying a couple of packages of jars a week at that point, just to make sure we had enough. And we've got I don't know 500 or 600 jars.
Um, I'll tell you what. I want to ask them something if we can. Can we? Do y'all object to it?
No, go ahead.
Anybody's got something to say to one of these two right here, or something to say to me? You know,
No, I know
SmackDown,
somebody
whatever.
that's got something to say.
We're gonna pull somebody up. Are y'all all right with that?
Yeah, let's go for it. However you want to finish it
That's
up.
what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna put the link in here if I can. Let's see here. And if anybody's a mod in there, let's see here. If anybody is a mod in here, if you will.
Tony of Walsh Farm says, no wonder we can't find jars. Mark has them all.
Yeah. And I saw Cabin Creek B-Head there. He's got a lot to say on the comments.
Yeah, if you can put whoever's link up here, go mama. Put different people in here, put their link up, or if you're already a mod, put your link up so people can sub you. And somebody put Mark.
Brent and Cindy's Tennessee Living said that they had to order their jars from TSC or Royal King, and their jars, they ordered them and then they came in. That's whose channel I was watching. Right. That's whose channel I was watching, and their garden looked better than mine. And they were talking about how terrible it was. That's whose garden I was watching the other day. They weren't in ShedWars, but that's Brent and Cindy's Tennessee Living.
So Mark,
somebody tell me how to do this.
Mark,
just copy the link and drop it into the chat. Copy and paste it into the chat.
How do I paste it?
So you'll highlight it, right click it, copy, and then you'll go over to the chat box, right click, paste.
Paste. Drop.
Okay. Trying to do it. They won't let me do it. I don't know why it won't let me do it, but it's not letting me do it. I don't know what I'm doing.
Let me see if I can do it for you.
Hey, if you can, that'd be awesome.
I'll read a little bit while you guys are. While you hillbillies are figuring that stuff out, I'm a Yankee. I'm going to be reading these comments. You guys figure it out over there.
Yeah, if y'all can do that, that'd be wonderful, and I'll just keep talking because that's what I'm good at. And if any of y'all don't know, I really stink at computers, but I'm pretty good at editing programs.
I'm not a mod for you, so I can't post a link.
Well, you will be. Get on there and make a comment. Hey, Scott Hutchins. That's my drummer, Scott, I was telling you about.
That's right. John 3:16. That's right, Scott.
Yep. He knows about that.
I'm right under his thing.
Okay, hold on a minute. I'll make you a mod. I see Homestead Aquarius.
Where is it all?
Hold on, we'll get it. Let's see here.
Yeah, you have to do that from YouTube. You can't do that through StreamYard.
I'll tell you what I can do. I can do this. I got it.
Okay.
It just take me a second. I'm gonna do it the hard way. Oh, it ain't even letting me write nothing.
Robert, how you doing, Robert? How you doing, Roland? While these hillbillies figure this stuff out, I'll just say hello to you guys. Oh, Boone, I love you. I'll go easy on you. But
Boone don't need you going easy on her. She's a fine woman. She can take care of herself. She's also a veteran. While you yapping.
Not yapping. The last time that I made a video, you came back at me saying that I'm not a gentleman, that you're a ladies and gentlemen. Well, Boone doesn't need you saying, don't pick on Boone, because Boone is very capable.
I didn't say don't pick on Boone. You said you were going to take it easy on her, and I
Oh, so
said
now you're
she
changing. So
don't
now
need
you're
you taking
changing.
it easy on you. She can take care of herself. She can handle something light like you, the lightweight like you are, like the wind and a piece of dust. Blow it.
No. Now
There's the
you're
link if
changing.
anybody wants to come
Now
up.
you're changing your tone, Mark. Now you're changing your tone because you made a video asking me to lay off the women because the women are
Thank you,
very
there, boss.
capable. Remember
Tony.
that video? Do you remember that video?
What are you
So I'm
talking
supposed
about,
to lay
John?
off. I'm talking about the video where you went on and said, us Southern men, we are gentlemen. We treat our women like we take out the trash for them. We do this, we do that. Well, the women don't need you to do that. The women nowadays don't need you to do that much. By golly, I almost slipped off the headphone.
Hey,
Yeah, there's a couple
did,
table.
John, did you train that
Oh,
Pomeranian you got? You must have trained that Pomeranian you got because it sounds just like you. Yep, 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 yep.
Yeah, keep on
Go, go,
driving.
Hi,
Go,
everyone.
go, mama. How are
What's
you?
up?
Hello.
Oh, no. Wait until our pumpkins come in, Mr.
Woodchuck.
I saw it.
Oh,
I saw you
Pumpkins.
laying. I saw you laying by your pumpkins this morning. They were beautiful, huge.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you
that's
guys are
Shirley.
awesome. You guys all rock. You know what? Everybody is doing such a great job.
thank you. You're doing a fantastic job. I love what you're doing there. You know, your chicken harvesting, your duck harvesting, your everything. You're doing a fantastic and a beautiful piece of property.
The
Self-sustaining.
most complete homesteader in the entire competition is right there.
Yep,
They
right there.
You
got it
guys,
all.
your gardening skills are fantastic. And that's what it's all about, is teaching everybody about the gardening skills.
I know
You
y'all
know,
taught us a
you
lot.
guys are rocking.
I get jealous over watching her place because she's got
Come
it
on.
all. She's got fruit, she's got vegetables, she's got poultry, she's got four-legged animals, and she's got a pond, so she's got fish. It is the most complete homestead of anybody I've ever seen.
I
Sorry.
agree. I totally agree.
We have only just begun. Apples,
Hey,
we have pears coming on. We have a lot more coming on here. I mean, it is not a long season here, guys. So we're going to be rocking out some nice potatoes. We have tomatoes coming on. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, rocking on the gardens. We love it.
So Woodchuck, I'm speaking to you, Woodchuck. You know what's going to be the difference in Team Willard Grow winning this competition? It's going to be this lady right here.
Right,
This
because it
lady
won't be
right here.
you. You're right. You're right. It won't be
It's
you.
a part of a team. It's a part of a team. It's not just about me. You see this woman right here? She's a part of me. She's a
We
part
all
of my
work as a
team.
team.
She
Hey,
is
John,
going to be the difference.
John,
I
I
said, why
gave her
you
to
lose?
you. I gave her to you so you would have a fighting chance.
Is that true, Google Mom? Is that true?
You know what? He asked me if what team I wanted to be on, and I said Arkansas Woodcutters. And he said, you know what? I need you to go over to John's. He did say that. And I said, great.
good.
I'm okay with that.
No,
John, I'm happy to be here.
really,
Let me tell
I
you
really,
what. We're going to take him down, John. No, we're going to take him down. Oh, no, Arkansas Woodcutter, that was the biggest mistake you could have ever made. Bring it on.
I
Come on.
realized it. It did not take me very long to
Thank
realize
you
I
so
made a
much.
huge
Really,
mistake.
thank you on that.
Hey, Mark.
John,
Hey,
is that
Mark.
okay?
Chuck. No, it's totally okay. I am happy to have you. And Mark, thank you for the gift. Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
I really wanted to
I just
see.
realized now that it was a gift, that Ava was Highland Homestead was a gift to me. I didn't know that before now, but I'm glad you gave her to me. She is mine, and you are going to lose because of her.
We'll
Hey,
see.
hey,
No,
Well,
Johnny,
let
I'm
me tell you what. Wait until the next video. We're already starting our hunting season here. We're going to be hunting on October 1st. Bring it on.
Well, Bobby's going to have something to say about that because he hunts in multiple states, and
That is truly awesome.
and Carl's off the grid. He hunts as well, so we're going to have plenty of game coming in.
Who,
And
Bobby?
if I go through Montana much more, I'm going to have a truck bed full of deer and elk.
Who, Bobby the Beehead? I hunt in different states too. I hunt in New York City. Yes, New York City. I go and hunt in New York.
John, hunting two-legged doe in New York City, that's not what we're talking about.
Go, Mama. How big do
so
the deer get up in New York? How big
Go
do the
Mama.
deer get up
Okay,
in New
Here
York?
you
so
go there.
last year my doe was over 150 pounds.
Is that field dress? Field dress is over 150
That's a
pounds.
That's
big
field
deer.
dressed.
That's a doe.
Yes, sir.
Good
That was-
night.
That
Yes,
was a
sir.
field dressed doe.
Down here,
That
down
is
here,
My
our buck
God.
about
huge doe.
130.
So
I mean, it was
That's a
fantastic.
humongous doe.
Yeah,
that
they're big deer
750?
here. We grow them big.
I'm sorry. Can I interrupt for a
Now,
second? What's this screen here? Is that Cabin Creek Instead? Is that who that is?
No, that's Vernon Daniels. That's Vernon.
The only thing
Hey,
I
y'all, how
can't
you
see
doing?
is anybody
Good. How are you,
responding. So I can't see the responses off my phone.
Yeah, you can't see down below what people are doing in the chat when
Right.
you're up on top.
Yeah, that's that. I
Right.
know it.
Yeah,
So here you go, guys.
that's the only drawback.
Welcome to my world.
Oh, you got a beautiful place over there,
That's a
man. They've
beautiful
got,
look.
and
That
she's
is
got
beautiful.
enough chicken over there, man. I'm telling you, they've got enough chicken over there to start a Chick-fil-A. Man,
The
I've seen all them
chickens that
put
they
up.
put up look like they come out of the grocery store.
Started
It was
Yeah, they look
gorgeous.
just like they come
I
out of the
know,
grocery store. And are you going to be weighing your cheese too?
Hey, enjoying your journey. I'm enjoying your journey, Arkansas Woodcutter. Your wife is fantastic.
Thank
She's
you.
rocking it on in your garden for sure.
She told me, we talked
Yep.
on the phone the other night, and she told me, she was talking about Chloe going away to school. This is the last weekend Chloe's going to be home. And she said, the only thing I wish is that all of the stuff around me is something I had chosen to do. Which, if you're hearing girl talk, what that means is it sucks that I'm going to have to take care of all this garden now that Chloe's gone. But I don't know what she's going to do. I don't
That's
know
a
if she's
lot of
going to
work.
she may just let it go to spoil. And because I love and respect her as much as I do, whatever that was my project I started, and she graciously has been participating in it. But if she
She's doing
decides
great.
she doesn't want to do it anymore, I'm good with that. It's sad, but you know what? If I really cared about it that much, I wouldn't have abandoned it like I did. So, she is doing great. She's doing a great job, and I'm proud of her. She told me she was learning some stuff, and she said, I've been watching John at Will It Grow, and I've been learning a lot.
Yep.
But I
Yep.
hate to even bring that up.
Well, now I got to say
doing-
something for you. I got to say something for your wife, Mark. Out of all the channels, and there's dozens of channels that are in ShedWars, there's probably 10 of them that were willing to smack talk about somebody.
Yeah.
And I got to say this, your wife wasn't afraid to say how she felt about some stuff and
She's down there.
throw some smack talk out there too. And I was like, I told her, I said, did you hear that? I said, she just slammed him right there about this is what your garden's going to look like. It's this mowed down road. And so anyway, she did good on that. Because you can tell it's not really in her character to do something like that.
Well,
but she wasn't going to not do it. She was going to do the best job she could for you, Mark. And I thought that's somebody you need to be proud of right there.
Us ladies have
she started watching me. That's why.
Yes,
she started watching me.
Us ladies have a hard time smack talking. We just watch it grow and let it show.
Oh.
That's
well,
it.
I'll tell you what.
there you go.
You've done a good job up there on your place. It's incredible.
So,
and
Frank and we love you guys. I mean, you guys are rocking it. We love being a part of all of this. It is fantastic. I am just so excited for everyone involved.
We love it too, and we've been watching Highland Homestead on for a long time now, way before ShedWars. So I've watched way before as you were growing things, and they're interesting to watch because they start their garden in their house, in their basement with grow lights, and we've watched that garden grow from when it was just little bitty stuff coming up, and they were still working on their deer from deer season and last year. And we've watched them go there all the way to where you're at now. I mean, that's a long journey.
Hey, Frank, do you mind taking this comment down?
I'm sorry, John. I didn't even realize it was still up there.
That's a horrible comment. Yeah,
that is a horrible comment. I didn't even realize it was.
There you go. It's Tony and Leanne. I was wondering.
John, that was wrong with me. I'm sorry. I do apologize for that.
I mean, I've been staring at that comment.
John, I'm learning so much from you.
Oh, thank you so much.
You know what? I am so excited about being part of this just because of you. And I am learning, how to grow more efficiently. It is absolutely amazing what you do with your garden. And I'm really glad to be a part of all this. So, another couple of people is Homestead Aquarius, Balsam Acres or Homestead now. Voon, everybody out there is doing fantastic. Hey, Colette!
Hey, Tina.
ShedWars matters. Tina, Shed matters.
Hello, Nicolette.
Hey, Mark,
how you doing, Tina?
Oh, I'm in.
You take over for a minute.
Nicolette, I just told the woodchuck that you are in ShedWars. Nicolette, you are in ShedWars.
Absolutely, thank you.
No. We're going to leave it up to the judges. That's for the judges to decide because
Hey, Judge.
nobody gets in after the date. All right, we have not let anybody in. We have not let anybody in after the date, and so she can't be in.
I'm busting.
I'm taking over. Why don't you put a cupcake in your mouth?
He let Cindy in after the date, and
he'll get over it. It's okay.
You'll get over it.
I'm gonna throw you under the bus,
I'm
Mark.
sorry. I have to
Do
win.
what?
I'm a winner. Tina, Shed matters.
I'm gonna throw you under the bus, Mark. Man, you did let a few people in after
What do you mean? What do you mean?
After the deadline of how many videos we let, I know 2 or 3 different channels in.
Yeah.
Y'all weren't supposed to catch that.
But we did. We let 2 or 3 channels in.
We all did.
I wouldn't want them not to be in. But if I don't get her in ShedWars, she's going to get mad at me. And if she gets mad at me, I don't get food. And if I don't get food, I get skinny, and that's a problem.
When somebody put there's a lady over in the UK that wants to be in, and I told her she was in because John kept pushing for Colette to be in. Bethany's kitchen.
Y'all can just keep on. Y'all can just keep on eating your
You know,
donuts. It's okay.
You got to let your wife
Us
in, or
ladies
you're
will
in
take
trouble.
care of it.
That's right. I bought a whole shed and everything.
You know
Yeah.
why?
ShedWars.
Man,
It's not
Yeah.
y'all don't
Listen
understand.
to
Y'all don't
Woodcutter.
understand. We had to go
Listen.
the other day. Seriously, we go to Home
That's
Depot.
okay,
He said, I gotta have soil and I have to have pots. And I have so we bought $100 worth of soil and $100 worth of pots and other stuff. So we bought $200 worth of stuff to grow about $4 worth of radish.
Yes, and they're so pretty.
And
You bought $100 worth of what?
stuff to grow with. That's the way Tina does
You
it.
gotta have stuff to grow
Okay,
with.
so let's,
Soul?
hey guys. I know.
That's fine.
So Arkansas Woodcutter.
Yes.
Can we have a thing where after the ShedWars, we can distribute seeds to different people?
I gotta go.
How about we do
Okay.
that?
So if you
We
be
can
careful.
all do seeds, and we can. Are you hungry?
Whatever you guys want to do with that, it sounds good to me. What are you talking about exactly?
Just different seeds
Soil.
off of our plants. Now I know
Soil.
that
Soil.
John has already done that, but so we can do that and get everybody's emails and stuff and distribute seeds to our teammates and teams. Correct?
Well,
That sounds like an awesome idea.
well, the way it's going to work is the winning team captain, which it's going to be me, not the woodchuck up here. Once we win the whole thing, what's that face? What is that? Come on, show me confidence. We're going to win. It's when I receive all the packages of seeds, we're going to find a way to distribute to all Team Will It Grow. It's going to get the seeds. It's what's going to happen.
Awesome.
If the woodchucks win, or Team Over the Pond, or the Peace Ants, if they win, then like even my sponsor, Horse Tools, I will give them the email address and to contact the captain of the team, and Horse Tools will ship the seats to them.
So I came in a little late. What are the weights actually for both teams?
Oh, I know about mine. I don't know about yours.
We need to do a team total. That's what we need to do, is sort of do a team total. It would be great to see what the team totals are right now.
Yeah.
We need to. Can I butt in for just a second?
Yes.
I've thought about this over and over again. We want this to be a spectator sport, right? And everybody to look and watch what everything's going on to where they can learn how to grow stuff and more people can get involved.
Right.
If you're watching a sport, you get to see the score. This year we haven't got to see the score, so I think a monthly login where we could put on our weekly videos. Here's the score. Here's Team Woodcutter. Here's Team Will It Grow. Here's Team Peacemaker. Here's Team Over the Pond, and whatever team's coming up next year. But when we do it next year, let's do that. Was that all right with y'all?
That would be more. I mean, I'm at 568. Mark is way over me. He's at almost 600. I know Gogo Mama.
He said it right. I'm way over it.
But see, the thing is, you don't know what your other teammates is doing. When you add them all together, you can be higher or lower or whatever.
I do know that Crazed Family Homestead is in the 200 to 500 pound range. Balsam Acres or Balsam Homestead, she was at 3. I want to say she was just over 300 pounds. I want to say 371, but 317 or something like that, right?
She's way up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're way up there, Go-Go Mom. I don't know where you're at.
She said she was done, though, today. She said she was done today.
Right.
That was her last weigh-in.
Okay.
I don't know about Patriot Farm. I don't know. She's been weighing some stuff, but I haven't seen anything about a total from Patriot Farm.
She had about 100 pounds of potatoes.
Yeah, she's got a ton of potatoes. She's been canning a lot of green beans. Have you seen her pantry in her videos? I'm jealous.
Yes.
Who else? High Plains Mini Stead, they have been weighing stuff, but I don't know how much. And they just had a hailstorm come through their place and beat their gardens near to death. And they've got about 60 days of growing season left. Cabin Creek Beestead, I haven't seen him weigh much other than honey. I don't know how much more he's weighing. He's in the chat. Boone has been weighing some stuff. I would assume Boone's just from watching her videos, I would assume she's somewhere close to 100 pounds. Who else?
John,
I got more. There's more.
John,
There's
we
more.
gotta get our team together and make sure that we have a weigh-in, huh?
Chris Dixon of White Forge and Prairie Life, he has been weighing in some stuff.
He's not weighing anything. Chris Dixon ain't weighing nothing.
Carl off the grid, he just weighed in, 30 pounds of fish. Speaking of 30 pounds, Craig's Family Homestead gathered 35 pounds of blackberries the other day. So, I mean, y'all can do whatever, but I don't see y'all winning this unless Go-Go Mama somehow managed to pull. She'll have to pull 2,500 pounds by herself, which is possible.
Let me tell you
got going on.
It is.
That is right there. That is the gift that you gave T. Willie Grove to beat you.
She's got a goat over there, Mark, that weighs about 400 pounds. I've seen that big goat. I don't know what it weighs. I'm joking about 400 pounds, but he's
when October 30th comes, you'll see.
If she decided to eat that goat, that would be a lot of weight.
Well, she had what was it? 4 pound chickens you put up? 25 4-pound chickens?
Yeah, my whole total weight in just on chicken. Oh, look at that baby. Oh my goodness, I had to stop. Oh my goodness, look at that baby. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was mama time. Oh my goodness.
Right here.
So tell her she grew me. Say she grew me.
Oh my goodness, look at her baby. Babies get everywhere.
Yeah, she's 3 months old.
So my weigh-in just on the chickens was 230 pounds just on chickens.
There you go. Yeah.
I have turkeys. I have all my whole garden left to go. So and who knows how much those pumpkins are going to weigh? Those are the
Jason Avers, Dan's Food Forest Permaculture. We still got a lot of weight coming.
We're heading it up, John.
No, I gotta go. I got a family full. It's got to
So
go.
how about over the pond? How are they doing?
Hey, his way.
They're doing okay. They don't have the weight.
Well, next year, man, we got some people in this chat that needs to get in ShedWars. His Way Homestead. Shelly Bacon's got a great garden.
I invited His Way Homestead. I asked
do.
them to come in. They were not interested.
Right.
Tony and Leanne on doing redneck things with Tony and Leanne. Somebody put their all these people.
Yeah.
And his Way Homestead.
Man, they're an awesome town. They've got a great garden. I mean, just a great garden out there. And then you've got our cabin in the woods, Tony, and he's getting 40 tomatoes off a plant a day.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Amazing.
I've seen his garden, man. You ought to go to his channel and look at his garden.
I am going to go look at his garden. That's what he said. He's another, probably a rather big mouth, just like this one up here. Just
He said, Tony says right here, hold on a minute, watch this. Watch what he just said. Can you say that, John? Next Saturday, we're processing 43 Cornish cross chickens, and they are around 7 pounds each. So if Tony was in this, he would be a game changer, son.
Right.
Okay,
I mean,
Tony. Oh, okay, Tony.
If I were
this
at
lady
home,
right here. Watch this.
if I were at home, we would have already bred rabbits, and we'd be 4 weeks away from slaughtering rabbits. I'm just
Oh, I
saying.
have rabbits to slaughter. Trust me.
I'm leaving all kinds of pounds on the table
Look
because
at-
I'm out on the road.
hey,
There
Shelly.
you go.
Bye.
I gotta go too. Colette,
You gotta
good
go
to see you. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta make some tracks. It's been a great visit.
That. Well, y'all want to stay on for a little bit, or do you want to?
Go, Mama. It's good to see you, Gally. John, I hope that
I'm gonna go too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys, for all you all do. Thank you.
Hey,
everybody.
Mark, you stay safe. You stay safe out there, okay?
I will, brother. And I hope to come and see you. But instead of mashing knuckle sandwiches in your mouth, I hope we get to eat some seafood together.
Just
Look at
remember,
her.
there's only one
she
way
just
in
brought
and
these
2
up
ways
here.
out.
Whoa. She just come brought them up. Good to see you, Go.
Yes.
But good to see you too, Mark, and thank you for coming by.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you very much.
All right, thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Be careful on your trip, man.
Wait, girl.
Everybody pray for Mark as he's on this trip. Hey, man, we're probably, are you about ready to call it, John?
I'm ready to go to the bathroom and piss like you wouldn't believe.
Well, listen, we've got a thing we're going to do tomorrow if we possibly can at 6 o'clock on our regular, hopefully scheduled live tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We're going to try to launch this balloon thing, this gnome. It's Fireball, part of Fireball Fred's gnome stuff. And we're going to launch it with a live feed. I've got a cell phone that is going to be attached to the gnome, attached to helium balloons. And we're going to have the cell phone like where you are right now, this way, where you are right there, John, if I can do it, right there. And we'll have the cell phone feed right there, and it'll probably be on until that thing crashes. And we're going to put a tracker on it where we can hopefully track it. So anyway, it's going to be kind of fun. It's going to be kind of cool, and it's to celebrate Tina Colette Fry's channel's 200 subscribers.
200, yeah.
So the last one we did at 100, we just launched the gnome and we lost it. So this time we're going to have it on film, and so we're going to try to do it if weather's permitting tomorrow. So y'all stick with us tomorrow at about 6 o'clock. And Frank, what's that lady's channel name she was on? Oh, that's Highland Homestead. Highland Homestead. Will you put your link on there?
Yeah,
so Tony can get you. Yeah. Tony, she's putting a link on right now for her channel, and that's Highland Homestead. And if you will, Highland Homestead, since you're a mod, will you put? And I don't know if Tony or Leanne or whoever this is, if y'all can put y'all's link up there, put it up there. And anybody else, Boone, any of y'all that don't have your links up there, Cabin Creek Beachstead, if you'll get his link up there, and get John's link up there. Before we leave, let's everybody get everybody's links and sub each other, because that's what it's all about. Is we're all about growing each other's channels, and we're all about helping one another. And this whole thing about ShedWars, I mean, John will tell you right now, I'm not meaning to talk too much, but John will tell you this thing is about teaching people how to grow.
That's the whole thing. It's about having fun. What ShedWars has become is a platform to teach tricks and tips of all different types of people that are involved in it. And I'll teach you my way. You know, somebody else could teach you their way. Somebody could teach you their way. But nonetheless, we're all participating in teaching different neat tricks and stuff. But at the same time, we don't want to make it boring. I don't want you to show up to one of my ShedWars videos where I'm going to show you a tip or teach you something, and it's just going to be, yeah, this is how you do the No. When it comes to ShedWars videos on my channel, I am going to teach you a tip or trick somewhere along the line. And I am going to entertain somehow and give a shout out to somebody that, let's say, picked on me. Like, I'm not going to give the secret away. I was just about to do it. But if you go to my channel in about an
Hey,
hour,
boy.
I will drop the video, and the person that's a part of ShedWars is going to find out who it is that I picked on today. That ShedWars is about fun. Teaching fun, growing food, being self-sufficient. That's what it's about.
It is, and it's about making it interesting and getting people to watch, because, I mean, honestly, yeah, we knew we needed to grow stuff. We knew that if y'all don't know it, we're basically preppers, aren't we, Tina?
Basically.
Basically, we're new preppers, but we're basically preppers. And
Hello, hey, let me say hello to Tina. Frank, why can't you just stuff your mouth with some tomatoes or cupcakes or something?
Get away, Frank.
Yeah. Hello, Tina. How are you?
I'm burning up for you.
It is delightful to see a beautiful face on that camera.
Oh, I know. Thank you so much after looking at Frank's face all day.
That's pretty bad.
That isn't bad. It's so nice to talk to you.
Yeah, you too, Tina. Nice to talk to you. You're doing a fantastic job. By the way, you're doing a fantastic job, and welcome to Team Will It Grow, and let's win this.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
here's the thing, John. We're the story of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
That's who we are. We're Beauty and the Beast. And if one of y'all calls her Beast besides me, you're going to have to deal with me. Because you can't call her Beast.
No, Frank, I don't see it that way. I see the two of you.
I have to live with this crap every day.
He was making fun of my shirt.
I get it.
Don't tell her that.
I get it.
You two guys, you're beautiful. You two guys are beautiful people. You're wonderful human beings. You're fantastic. Anything that I can help with, I am there for you. I don't know about wearing pink T-shirts, but
look at Tony. Dark Cabin Wood said, "I love her laugh."
Yeah,
I'm glad somebody does.
Craig's family says, "Let's see here. We got all kind of comments here." John, no mercy. Hey man, Bull, you did miss it earlier. There was no mercy.
Dr. Bull is in here. Dr. Bull, no mercy.
But there was no mercy. Go back and rewatch it. They got
I watched it.
They got kind of rough there a little bit, and your name got thrown around a little bit, Bull.
Yeah,
hey, WC, how you doing? And hey man, John, if you will sub Tony and Leanne, if you don't have them doing redneck things with Tony and Leanne Larson, they got a great garden, man. They've got a raised bed garden. They're totally off the grid too. They have
doing
totally off
redneck things. Yeah, I'll be sure to check them out. Yeah,
they're awesome. And another one's awesome on there is, I mean, they're all awesome, but I know that some of these you may have or may not. But Bitty Boo's Homestead, she's got it.
I don't have her. No.
Oh man, you need to get Bitty Boo. She's an incredible person.
Get them to make it easier for me. Make them drop or tell them to drop their links if you can.
Bitty Boo, are you a Dana? Let's see if you're a mod. If you ain't, you need to be. Whoever ain't a mod, I think you're a mod.
Boon Child, while Frankie Chubbs does his thing over there, Boon Child, I love you. You are a fantastic woman, and I'm apologizing ahead of time. Okay, I'm apologizing ahead of time, just so you know.
Yeah, I think there. Hey, Tony, Tony or Leanne or whoever you're working, y'all put y'all's link in there, and Bull put your link in there, and whoever has it put their link in there.
Yeah,
put your link in there.
Robert put Booty Boos in there.
If you can, y'all go ahead and do it, and then we'll all be able to sub to everybody. Everybody can swap to everybody, and that's what we want to do anyway. And I'm telling you, man, all of you guys are there. Tony Walsh has got Bull's Garden on there, and Michael McReynolds. Hey, man, I appreciate that.
Michael McReynolds. I believe I'm following him.
Oh, yeah, we're doing well today. How are you? Yeah, Boone's got, man, that Boone, I got to say this about Boone's garden. Those beans that you put out, those were huge, man. Those things were, I mean, those were some of the biggest beans I've ever seen in my life.
Yes. So Boone is already apologizing. She's like, oh, no apologizing needed. Oh, Boone, I do apologize for what's coming at you today. I do apologize.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we got Healthy Homestead chick, we are getting ready for wedding rehearsal dinner, so got to run. Okay, no problem. Hey, and John, if you ain't got them, go get Healthy Homestead chick and His Way Homestead, and y'all go back to each other's channels. Pull John here at Will It Grow, and y'all all got great channels, and y'all are all about gardening, so y'all could really help each other. And
I will run everybody back, and I will support everybody in any way, shape, or form.
That is awesome. For some reason, I cannot drop your link. I don't know why.
That's all right. You don't have to drop.
I'm gonna. She's already dropped yours, I think. We're looking. I'm looking to see how to do this stuff. I don't know how to do it. Anyway, I'm going to learn how to do this. That gives me some homework, something to do. But I'm fixing to go out to eat with Tina, and then I'm going to be dropping the ShedWars video. I've got just a little bit of touching up to do on it, and I will be dropping it afterwards, and it'll be on most of the stuff that was last week. So, John, I have got you fast forwarding all the way through it. Go, Mama. I got you with your laying down in your garden. So I got a lot of you on there, a lot of stuff going on. And Spitfire Red, Tina, I'm the only one that has 2 plants. Can I qualify? Yes, ma'am. As far as I'm concerned, you can, Wendy. Wendy's awesome. Man, I hope y'all are doing good with the flooding down there. I hope y'all haven't flooded too bad. Later, Colleen's got chickens and all kind of stuff going on at her place too. Y'all need to sub her. She's got a great.
All of you guys, you need to join ShedWars next year. Be a part of it. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and y'all come back and watch that drone thing tomorrow at 6:00 if y'all get a chance. But we're fixing to get off here, I guess. Thank y'all for watching.
I am done.
ShedWars first live. We'll try to do it again. How about it, John? You want to?
Whenever you need me to come on live, you want me to come on live, I am more than welcome. Thank you so much, Frankie Chubbs, Tina, and the Woodchuck, which I didn't like his attitude very much. But given that I'm a gentleman, like I always say in my videos, I eased off him a little bit because I could have gone a lot harder. I understand he couldn't speak very well because he was stuffing Twinkies or whatever the hell he was stuffing down his throat and milk and all that stuff. But I did go easy on him. Frankie Chubbs, I did go easy on you, right?
Yeah, you did. You didn't say one thing about me being fat except for calling me Frankie Chubbs. That was it.
I did make fun of you wearing a pink shirt.
Oh, yeah, but I don't care. I'm easy going, man. People can make fun of me all they want. I've had most people tell me, I'm about to get in trouble.
Why don't you stop there now? Because the boss.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off here before I get in trouble. Tell Tina I will try to call her soon. That's Bitty Boo. She just said that, Dana.
All right, guys. Love you. Bye, Tina. Bye.
Yeah, what time today would be a good time to call?
I don't know when I get back.
Probably about 7 or so.
I don't know what time is it now.
It's about 4.
Oh yeah,
probably around 7 or so Eastern time, which would be at 6 or. Are y'all? Is Oklahoma? Is that central or is that mountain? I'm thinking it's central.
Central.
Yeah. But yeah, man, all y'all are great people, and I'm so flattered that we've got 18 still on here after 2 hours. After 2 hours, we got 18 people still on here, which is awesome.
It's because they came because I got here.
That's probably what it is.
Colette, we all came just to see your smile.
See, I knew it. That's why I came home. I've been all the way over in Alabama, and I thought I better go home and get on there and let them look at me.
Yes, we all came just to see.
I am not conceited.
Yep, Dana, it'll be about 6 o'clock, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I got a whole family out there waiting on me.
Yeah, we got a whole family out there waiting. So I probably got to get off here before I get in trouble.
No,
But
I gotta go, guys. You guys have a wonderful day. It was nice to see you all.
Okay, well, I can keep talking for a minute.
Bye, John.
Bye, Steve. All right. How do I log on to this thing?
I know Voon. I love Tina too. She is a trip. And you know,
we're not talking about loving Tina. We're talking about I'm asking you, how do I log out of this thing?
Oh, how do you you're trapped. You're in, this is kind of like in Superman. Did you see that movie where he was trapped in that, where they had Colonel Zod trapped in that triangle thing and he couldn't get out? You're here forever, man.
Frankie, the life is over. Don't be joking around. How do I get out of this thing?
I don't know. I can log you out. You want me to get you out?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, I'll get you out. Hey, John, thank you so much, man. You're an absolute. I'm gonna go ahead and say this: ShedWars would not be entertaining at all if it was not for Mr. Willett Grove, John. John is one of the. You are one of the absolute people that. I mean, this come from you and Mark. But if it wasn't for y'all two, man, we wouldn't have a ShedWars.
And I'll add something to that. If it wasn't for you, Frank, Adventures of Frank and Tina, that you're escalating it to another level by being the media source of it, it would not be, I guarantee, it would not be as big as it is. And you are a major contributor to it. I appreciate that.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell some people some inside news on this that a lot of people don't know. We are talking to television stations about this. So
you told me.
Who knows? But we would love to see this thing get picked up by a TV station. That would a TV show like A&E.
You are doing a fantastic job, and I could swear that about 2 minutes ago you told me that I could go, and I'm still being held against my will.
Yeah, you are, and I'm sorry, John. I will release you. And anyway, love you, John. You have a great day.
Too, buddy. I love you too. You enjoy the rest of your night.
You too. I'll see you, John. We'll see you next time. And everybody, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for coming by. Man, Vernon, I'm glad you're here. And his phone crashed. Cabin Creek Beachhead, glad you came by. Homestead Aquarius. Boom Child getting it done north of 7. I don't know who all else on here I can't see, but all of y'all who came by, Bull's Garden, Highland Homestead, all of you guys, man. Roland, I appreciate you, man. We really do appreciate you. Love Bitty Boo, Dana, love each and every one of y'all. So y'all have a wonderful evening. I want to thank the Arkansas Woodcutter for coming by, and this was fun. This was a good time. We'll do it again, but we're going to launch the Gnome tomorrow at 6, so y'all be here if you can. Anyway, y'all have a great Saturday. Love all of you. Bye-bye.